Sunday fun day. Grab that cup of coffee. Let's get after it. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Craig Ben, aka Cash Cake, here with Daily Edge Sports with another PrizePicks NBA video. Yesterday didn't go quite as planned. 2-2 on our video that we did do. Top player on their board at our Daily Edge Sports tools clearly got that one, and that was with Grayson Allen under 13.5 points. That line shifted all the way to 11.5 in some places, and he only scored 2 points. So did real well there. But Phoenix, man, they looked awful coming out the gate at home. Bradley Beal's return just did not look good. A lot of ISO. They weren't moving the ball real well. It just was a tough game to watch with them. Beal ended up getting ejected. There's some injuries that game with Nurk. It just was all around pretty ugly. But we did hit that Grayson Allen play, hit the Bam under. Even though Tyler Hero was ruled out, was a little worried then, but we still got that one. Keontae George ended up scoring 9 points first half, so we missed on that one. He was pretty aggressive with his shot early in that game, did real well. And then Russell, we missed on that one on the assist. And I should have listened to the tools, because the tools were saying to take Reeves to the overs on him, and he clearly was that play. He had, I think, 7 or 8 assists last game, and Russell only had 3. So 2-2. But again, we're right back on it. I'll give you my analysis, play them, fade them. If you don't have that PrizePicks account, you want to join us, use that promo code CashCake and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Link is in the description below. And hey, let's just talk some plays. Let's go. All right, PrizePicks desktop is up here. Like always, we will be heading over to our dailyedgesports.com website with a projection EV tool to kind of see what's up. I have it sorted by over payouts right now to see what's up on the board. Again, Grayson Allen was the top on this by far. Not a massive a lot of value-wise if looking for plus EV plays, but I still think there's some ways we can get after this. Some injury consideration on some of these teams that is going to adjust a few things. There are some plays I like that are not on PrizePicks. I'll be doing a separate video on another platform that has them, but they're just not here. So we'll be on the lookout for that one. I'll drop that one. But first play we're going to look at here, we're going to go down to James Harden here. We have him projected for 14.75, 12.5 rebounds and assists. DraftKings has it at minus 135 here for James Harden. And a lot of this has to do with, again, the matchup is not great for him, right? Going up against Minnesota here. And but the big thing is Russell Westbrook. I know he comes off the bench, but he has a hand fracture. He is out. And against point guards, again, Minnesota's a good defensive team. But if we kind of look at the last 6 games, what James Harden has done without Russell Westbrook on the court, it's not this year. We'd have to go back and look at last year. So it really doesn't give you the full story in that, because it was a playoff matchup, right? So if you come back and look at, well, what has he done without Westbrook? Well, I mean, you're going back and looking at last year. It's just completely different. Playing against Boston, of course, he went over in all 6 of those games. But you know, he should see pretty heavy minutes in this game, as long as it stays close. They still have firepower, right? It's not like, you know, Westbrook was coming off the bench. They still have plenty of firepower to get you there. So I don't think, they're favored by 1 point in this game. So it's a close spread. It's just a tough matchup for him, but he should have the ball in his hands a ton. We should see anywhere from, 35 to, 40 minutes out of him. And as long as Harden's got the ball in his hand, he's going to facilitate. He's going to get Kawhi involved. He's going to get Paul George involved, going up against Minnesota here. And it's not like both teams play pretty slow. Minnesota's plays really slow, 25th in pace in the association. And like I said, they're top 10 in the association against point guards, against rebounds and assists, only giving up 8 assists a game and 5.6 rebounds per point guard. But James Harden, again, I think he gets there for us. I think he puts up, 7 or 8 assists and gets us, maybe 6 to 7 rebounds, and he does get there for us. So as long as this game stays close, as long as he's putting in a lot of minutes, I do like James Harden at this 12.5 rebounds and assist number. Next one we're going to look at, we're going to go a guy that might have burned you. And again, you have to have a short memory when doing this, right? Tyrese Haliburton absolutely laid a stink pickle his last game out. Absolute stink pickle here. 6 against the Pelicans. 6. That's right. 6. It's horrific. Played 22 minutes that game. Minutes are up. They just were absolutely horrible that game. And I think I went back and read, it was like they were down in New Orleans, and he had a birthday weekend. So that kind of makes more sense. But this is an elite spot for them, right? And anytime you're a competitor, if you've played any kind of organized sports or just in general, if you have a game like this where it's just absolutely horrific, you want to go out and show that is not who you are, and go out and turn one on. And so they're going into the Spurs here. And one thing you got to love about this is the pace. This game is going to be up and down. The Pacers are ranked 2nd in pace. Spurs are ranked 3rd. They are the 3rd worst team in points allowed against the point guard, giving up almost 26 points a game. 22nd in assists, giving up 9 assists a game and 6 rebounds at the point guard position. So it's a great spot for Hali here. Again, they are on the road. I get that. But this total is massive as well. I think it's around 244. Indy's favored by 6 here, but 125.5 implied team total. And Haliburton on that stinker, I have no problem going back to him here. It wouldn't surprise me if he put up 20 points, 15 rebounds, 15 assists, 3 or 4 rebounds, and put up like 40, points, rebounds, and assists. So I feel like this is a little too low. He should still play, I think around 34, 35 minutes. And a pace-up spot like this is where I like to attack him. Now, he hasn't done extremely well over his last 5 games, but this is an elite spot for him and a great bounce-back spot. So, again, got to have kind of short memory doing this. I don't mind taking Tyrese Haliburton. More than 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists for him. And then, there's a couple plays I really liked, but the line just moved too much here. So, we can get them at other places. So if there's other places you can play besides Prizepicks. I love Prizepicks. I love what they offer. But sometimes the lines are just not there when I'm doing research. And I was like, man, they pulled it off the board. Generally means it's a pretty good play. You can play it elsewhere, but we got to play with what's on the board here. So the other play we're going to talk about, the third one, RJ Barrett. Now, again, this is a lot of injury consideration here. If you watched last game, Scotty Barnes broke his left hand. So he is out. There's going to be way more points going to have to be scored, because Scotty Barnes is doing a little bit of everything, rebounds, assists, scoring. And that's where I'm going to look at RJ Barrett. I'm going to look at more than 21.5 points. If we kind of go over to our tool here, it was number 2 on the board. We got it projected at 21.5. I don't think he's going to smash it and put 30 up there, but I think he can put up anywhere from 23 to 26. His last 5 games, he's put up 23, 12, 24, 26, and 23. He's going to be shooting a lot more. Pinnacle has it minus 137 on the over at that 21.5 line. I think it'll move to probably 22, maybe 22.5. The line's probably pretty fair, to be honest, but without RJ Barrett out there, he's just going to have to do a little bit more. So if we kind of look at the small forward position, they're the second worst team in points allowed against the small forward position, giving up 24.4 points to that position. And they're beat up as well. If we kind of look at the Hornets, the ball is still out. Mark Williams is out. We saw Seth Curry and Cody Martin both roll their ankles last game. I don't know if you watched that, but they're both out. So they're pretty light in that guard position. Brandon Miller is a game-time decision. They probably need him and his scoring. But I think that this line is just a tad bit light, even though it's probably right. And again, with Barnes out, they're going to need his scoring. So these are the 3 that I'm looking at on Sunday. Again, if you want more plays in action, head on over to Daily Edge Sports and check us out. We put up a bunch of plays and picks and our tools so you can make your own decisions on what you want. Play these, fade these. These are 3 that I'm going with here. If you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want more information like this. I do my best to give you analysis so you can kind of decide what you want to do with it. And again, appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have a blessed Sunday. See you guys on the flip side. Deuces.